Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 3 of Game of Thrones, the board game, and we're playing Winter is Coming. It's Season 3, Turn 2. We're in Round 2. We've just finished setting up the board. We did a first round. Only highlight from Round 1 is that House Baratheon has taken Storm's End, and we've laid claim to some territories. Moat Cailin has gone to House Stark, and Riverrun has gone to House Lannister, and as I mentioned, Storm's End has gone to House Baratheon. So we'll jump into turn 2. A quick shout out to Pontus Fathom Press, August Moldenhauer's trilogy, the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Psychoanalysis of Rillia, and Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth. I thought I'd feature these in the Game of Thrones game because, as you know, George R. R. Martin's kind of got a bit of an integration with some Lovecraftian themes throughout his series of books. And anyway, these are a great addition to fantasy and horror fans. So check these out. It helps to support the channel, as do your comments, liking, and subscribing. In 2022, we're really trying to grow the channel to over 1,000 subscribers. So if we can hit that goal, we'll start looking at doing things like live streams and more things for you guys to jump into. So really appreciate the help. You can also check out our other channel, Pontus Fathom Press. We do a weekly podcast there. Book reviews, we're adding comic book and manga reviews. And like I mentioned, our weekly podcast, we've covered recent podcasts have talked about Tolkien, Morgoth, and Sauron. So if you want to go check those out in the other channel, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's jump into round 2. First off, it's the Westeros Phase, which we skip on round 1. So let's just go ahead and we've advanced the round marker. We've got our quick reference guide here, and we're going to draw Westeros cards for 1, 2, and 3. And then we can resolve the wilding track. So we've got 1 wilding track advancement. So we'll move the track for wildings up based on this card. And let's go into the resolve the Westeros cards per our first phase. So first off, we get phase 1, and we have a supply reconcile. So adjust the supply track, reconcile armies. Okay, so great. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start off with House Baratheon, and they've got 1, 2 supplies, so they're set for supply track, and they can have 2, 2, and 3. 2. Yep. So they're only got the 1 army of 2. That's fine. Let's jump over to House Stark. They've got 1. Only the 1 resource. And as a result, they have a 3 and a 2, and they're also fine for their armies. And then let's jump to House Lannister, resolving their supply track. They've got 2, 3, and that's going to do it. 3 for them, so they actually get to move up to 3 now. So they've gotten Riverrun, which has increased their supply track. So yeah, supply track 1, 2, and 3. Victory points, House Stark has 3. Lannister and Baratheon have 2 victory points. Let's go to our next Westeros card. So we've got this one discarded. Next one is Winter is Coming. Immediately shuffle this deck and then resolve a new card. So hey, that's great. Winter is Coming is a theme of our show. You can theme of our episode. You can see the White Walker coming there. Kind of frightening. Let's reshuffle this deck. And we'll draw a new card. Do a quick cut. And what do we get? We get Clash of Kings. Bid on the 3 influence tracks. Okay, so let's bid on the 3 influence tracks. Clash of Kings. Listen, to make this a fair go at it, I think what we'll do is we each have 4 power tokens. So I'm just going to grab 4 dice out of this bag, and we'll just randomize each house's I got some 4-sided dice here. So we'll basically give Baratheon, and then we will do House Lannister, and finally we can do the blue one can be House Stark. Okay, so there we go. We got 3 4-sided dice, and basically whatever the number is, that's their bid, and then we'll resolve it that way. And then they can pay the power tokens as a result. And maybe we'll use this mechanic also for the for just randomizing the wilding attacks. Usually those require us to do some bidding, and because I'm bidding for everybody, just let's make it a random roll. But you know, in the normal gameplay, this would be something that each player would get to bid on, and we can resolve it that way. So no worries from the point of view of solo gameplay. Just gonna use 4 dice. Or 3 dice. So we've got 3 4-sided dice. You can check those out here. And let's do our Clash of Kings. So bid 1, bid 2, and Baratheon bids 4. So we swap this. Actually, it remains the way it is. We just have to pay up our tokens. So Baratheon pays 4, wins. Lannister pays 2. Stark pays 1. Cash all those in, and got the Clash of Kings settled. Influence track does not change as a result. So just luck of the dice. 1, 2, and 3, as you guys can see. Finally, for Phase 3 of the Westeros Phase, we've got Storm of Swords. Defense orders cannot be played during the planning phase. Okay, so no defense orders. So speaking of the planning phase, let's jump into that, and we'll do our assign orders, and then we can reveal our orders and get onto the action phase. So we'll start out with Baratheon, and they will... going through Baratheon and looking for some orders to put down for them. Let's just keep this simple. Yeah, unfortunately, I want to move those so we don't have enough mustering orders. And then if I give them minus mustering, it won't be strong enough. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, Lannister is next, and we'll have them also mobilize somewhat here. And they can go ahead. Again, we'll have them mobilize and mobilize. And once again, can have them profit a bit. Okay, and then finally, House Stark can go. Again, House Stark trying to claim back their positions from the past. Let's have them stay on this, and let's mobilize here. And we'll also mobilize here. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrapped up assign orders phase. Let's move into our reveal orders phase. So we'll just kind of go through and reveal all the orders. We've got marching orders, marching orders, marching orders. We've got raid, marching, and consolidate power. And we've got raid, marching orders, and marching orders. I moved those put to the wrong spot. Okay, so we'll start out. We'll circulate through. We'll resolve raid orders. Again, there's no raids to benefit from, so those will just get returned back to each of their parties. So resolving of the raids completed. This round we couldn't play the defense one, but we can play our resolve march orders. So the first march order that we'll play is we'll have Stark will move to the Widow's Watch, and we'll have Baratheon move to King's Landing, and then we'll have Lannister move to Harrenhal. Oh, actually, they had Stony Sept, so let's have him claim Stony Sept and then move to Harrenhal, right? Which they can alternately claim. And then we're back around to Stark. Stark will move down to the Twins from Moat Cailin. Back to Baratheon. They will muster into Kingswood and reduce that claim. Then back to Lannister. They will move up from River Run to Seaguard. Oh, I put this. This was supposed to be a plot. This was not supposed to be. I could not play a reinforced. That was actually a muster. It's supposed to be a muster. So let's just swap that out. My mistake. Yeah, here we go. I took the wrong piece. So this was a muster. So as they're moving. So move them forward. Okay, so everyone has moved. So we can call out our... Oh, and just finally, Narrow Seas has moved down, mustering march orders down to the Narrow Sea. So all the march orders have been played. Lastly, we're just going to play our Consolidate power orders. So here we have, starting out with... only Lannister has a Consolidate power, so they can grab a token. And then while we're here on the board, let's also put our token on Widow's Watch and the Twins for the next time we do a Consolidate. And we'll have Baratheon also take ownership of King's Landing. And of King's... Oh, they don't have another token for Kingswood. No worries. And finally, Harrenhal. We'll have them place a token for Harrenhal. And that is going to wrap up the action phase. So no combats this round, although we have expanded back to King's Landing. So Baratheon's taking King's Landing. Turn 3, it looks like we will definitely have a combat between Stark and the Lannisters, potentially with support by from the sea, and then perhaps it looks like Baratheon might be going after Lannister from the backside. So let's see what happens here with that. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in round 3. I'll move the token ahead for us now, and we'll catch you in the next turn. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.